Welcome to our discussion of Parshat Ki Tavo. One mitzvah leads to another. If we look in Parshat Ki Tavo, we have the story of the Bikurim, the first fruits. Then it says that every 3 years you need to declare that you've brought all the tithings you need to bring. And then it says, look, God has commanded you all these commandments. You should keep them and do them with all of your heart and all your might. That last verse seems like a verse that we've had over and over again. Throughout Dvarim, Moshe keeps telling us, keep the commandments, don't forget the commandments, do the commandments, keep the commandments. So it seems like another verse. But Rashi says no, based on a Tanchuma and a Medrash, that actually, when it says here, and you shall keep and do those mitzvot with all of your heart and all your soul, it means that if you do this particular mitzvah, not of the last one, but the previous mitzvah, the mitzvah of Bikurim, the first fruits, if you bring the first fruits to Jerusalem and bow down to God and declare that you remember your wanderings in the days of Abraham, and now today you've come to the land of Israel, and it's so wonderful, and you bow down to God and you give your first fruits, then a voice will come from heaven, says Reish Lakish in the Medrash, a voice will come from heaven and say, Heveita Bikurim Hayom, you brought the first fruits now, Tishnei l'shana haba, so may you repeat next year as well. Special blessing from heaven. If you brought the Bikurim, you brought the first fruits, you thank God for everything you had. Samachta b'chol hatov, you rejoice with everything you had that God gave you and your home, your wife, family. You should rejoice, and with those in your gates as well. This idea that if we do one mitzvah, God could bless you and say, do it again. We hope you'll be able to do it again exactly that way next year as well. Reminds us of the Gemara in Shabbos, Kuf Yud Tesem Beis 119b. And there it says, Tanya, we learned in a brisa. Rabbi Yossi bar Yehuda Omer, one rabbi said, Shnei malachei hasharis melavin lo la'adam b'erev Shabbos. 3 angels accompany a person on Erev Shabbos, mi beis hakneses lebeso, from the shul to their home. Echad tov ve'echad ra. One angel is good, one angel is bad. Uksheba lebeso. And when the man comes home, umatza ner doluk, and he finds the light is lit, the shulchan aruch, the table is set, mitato mutzat, the bed is made. Malach tov omer yiratzon shetehei l'shabbat acheret kach. The good angel comes and says, so next week, may it be this way next week as well. And of course the converse is true as well. What does it mean? The person sets it up for Shabbos. He sets up his home, and the woman together and the man, they light the candles and they set the table and make the bed. And he goes to shul and he comes home. And it's such a joyous moment, such a special moment. Everything's just so, and the tablecloth is white, and the wine is ready to be poured, the challahs are on the table. And there's a certain joy. It's Friday, work is over, you can relax a little bit for the next 24 hours. God says, so may it be next week as well. So too, the one who brings the Bikurim planted the fruit and planted the various wheat, barley, fruits, olives, pomegranates, the dates, figs. And now he's brought the first fruits. It indeed, there was some rain, it came to fruition, and they brought the fruits. The fruits grew. He's able to have a basket of fruits. He's able to bring them to Jerusalem. He has extra, he can bring it to Jerusalem, give it to the Kohen. He bows down, he realizes the whole flow of Jewish history, that after all, once upon a time he was wandering, once upon a time he was a slave in Egypt, and now he has a piece of land in Israel, and he's able to bring these fruits to the Beit HaMikdash, to the priest in Jerusalem, to the Kohen. How joyful he is. And God says, really? You're rejoicing with all the good things you have. You're so happy with everything you have. I hope you have this again. What the Torah is telling us, both in the Gemara and Shabbos and the Medrash Tanchuma on Parshas Ki Tavo, the Torah is telling us as follows. If you can bring some order to your life, if you can find some happiness in life, if you can find some meaning in life, if you can see yourself within the framework of Jewish history, if you can see yourself as someone who's been given a great gift. If you can see that you're blessed to have a table, a home, a table, something to eat, a family, perhaps a wife, a husband, to make sure that Shabbos is the way it's supposed to be, and you enjoy this and you rejoice with it, and God says to you, good job, Yesher Koach, terrific, Tishneh l'shana haba, do it again. In the words of the angel, Yehi ratzon shteh l'shabbat acheret kach, so may it be next Shabbos too. And that's why we say the Shalom Aleichem on Friday night, Baruch Huni l'shalom, bless me for peace, the angel of peace. Give me that bracha, that as I walked in this Shabbos and I was able to have peace of mind and peace in the house, peace of Shalom Bayis, so may it be next Shabbos as well. If we engage in mitzvahs, if we engage in good things, if we see ourselves in the framework of the sweep of Jewish history, if we realize and appreciate all the gifts that we've been given, be they many or few, then hopefully we've created this sort of habit. The Mishnah says in Pirkei Avos, mitzvah gorer mitzvah. One mitzvah leads to the other. And unfortunately, the converse is true. One avera, one gorer avera, one sin leads to another too. If I can set up my life where there's a Shabbos, where there's a first fruit, where there's appreciation, where there's a scope of history, then hopefully God can say, well, if you do that, it's not just a blessing from God, from the angel, but if you live that kind of life, you're going to live that kind of life. If you do that, you're going to kind of do that. If you can figure it out one Shabbos, you can get it done in other Shabbos. If you can bring those first fruits this year, I think you can do it again next year. Let us hope that each year, each Shabbos, each day, God will say to us, you know what, you did it. You did Shachris today. You did Mincha. You put on your tefillin. You said a bracha over your water. You got along nicely with others in your environment. You know what? Yishkoyach, you think you can do it again. Yasher rocha lo oraita. May your strength be directed towards Torah, towards good things. I think you can do it again. Chazak u'baruch. You may be blessed, may be strengthened in what you're doing, and may you continue to do what you do. If we do the right thing, hopefully we'll have a blessing from heaven, and God will say, well, you did the right thing once. You know what? I think you can do it again. Thanks for joining us here at the Anshe Sefard Beth Elameth Congregation for our discussion of the Parsha. Join us for each week for a discussion of the holidays and so much more. Thank you very much.